we could be just 100 seconds away from the end of the world. So I'll make this quick. The Doomsday Clock is symbolic, representing the current state of humanity and how close we could be to triggering our own extinction. Obviously it isn't to be taken literally, but it serves as a quick reminder of the current state of things, and as a handy diary to check up on how things have been since the dawn of the atomic age back in 1945. And the Doomsday Clock, established in 1947, is a visually striking warning to how close we sit to our own annihilation. On their timeline page, you'll see a list of statements from different years, as well as how many minutes to midnight they considered us to be away from our doom at that time. Just a few years after World War II, when the first atom bombs had been dropped, the clock was established and set to 7 minutes to midnight. Midnight, as you might have guessed, represents annihilation, and 15 minutes to was, at the time, considered to be the furthest away we could ever hope to be from our own doom. It didn't remain at 7 minutes to for long. By 1953, it was just 2 minutes away, during a hotter point of the Cold War crisis. The furthest the Doomsday Clock has ever been from midnight was achieved in 1991, when it was moved to be a whole 17 minutes away. Reading the statement for that year is uncharacteristically hopeful for a Doomsday Clock, saying that the Cold War is over and that we've entered a new era. But it ended on a more somber note, highlighting that this is not the end, that we must continue to reduce our nuclear stockpiles and to tackle long-term environmental concerns. And the positivity didn't last long, for in 1995 the clock started ticking towards midnight again, reaching 14 minutes, and then down to 9 in 1998, after India and Pakistan conducted their own nuclear tests. By 2018 it was back down to just 2 minutes to midnight again, just as close as it had been at the height of the Cold War. The clock still represents mutually assured nuclear destruction, but is compounded by other issues like climate change and disruptive technologies like social media and AI. This is all stuff that humans have caused or created, and so it warns us that it's our responsibility to control these things, and it will be our fault should they get out of hand. The Doomsday Clock is controlled by the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, a non-profit organisation comprising of scientists who see the need to raise awareness of the precarious situation humanity finds itself in. It gives them a voice, and like I said at the beginning, its past statements serve as a diary of mankind's flirtations with mutually assured destruction since the birth of the atomic weapon. 2 minutes to midnight. The world could have ended before you even finished this video, and now it's ticked even closer still. In 2020, it reached just 100 seconds away, and it's remained there ever since. Even the recent events in Eastern Europe haven't shifted its position, with the Bulletin doubling down and saying that this is what 100 seconds to midnight looks like. Now I think there's a morbid fascination to this whole thing, and to how close to our own deaths we could all be. But I think it's best to see it as a warning, and to remember that we aren't yet at midnight, and as they point out at the end of most of their statements, there is still time to turn things around, but the clock is ticking. I appreciate you watching this video with what could have been your last few moments.